All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalema Aneja Dang, and with me is Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts neither is anyone inside Indian territory nor any of its posts been captured. Says those who dared to look towards motherland were taught a lesson. Prime Minister says government giving primacy to development of border area infrastructure to make it more secure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan today to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India. BJP's Jyotiraditya Scindia, Congress leader Digvijay Singh and Shibu Soren of JMM among the 19 elected to Rajya Sabha, and Sports Ministry to establish 1,000 district-level Khelo India centres to engage past champions in training. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that neither is anyone inside Indian territory nor has any of its posts been captured. The Prime Minister was speaking at an all-party meeting held through video conferencing last evening to discuss the situation in India-China border areas. Presidents of various political parties participated in the meeting.
पूर्वी लद्दाख में न कोई हमारी सीमा में घुस आया है, न ही कोई घुसा हुआ है, न ही हमारी कोई पोस्ट किसी दूसरे के कब्जे में है.
Mr. Modi said 20 brave soldiers of the country made the supreme sacrifice for the nation in Ladakh, but also taught a lesson to those who had dared to look towards a motherland. He said the country will forever remember their valor and sacrifice.
लद्दाख में हमारे 20 जाबाज शहीद हुए, लेकिन जिन्होंने भारत माता की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखा था, उन्हें वो सबक सिखा कर गए. उनका ये शौर्य, ये बलिदान हमेशा हर भारतीय के मन में अमिट रहेगा.
The Prime Minister said the army has been given full freedom to take necessary steps, and India has also conveyed its position clearly to China through diplomatic means. The Prime Minister stressed that India wants peace and friendship, but upholding sovereignty is foremost.
हमने जहां एक तरफ सेना को अपने स्तर पर उचित कदम उठाने की छूट दी है, वहीं दूसरी तरफ डिप्लोमेटिक माध्यमों से भी चीन को अपनी बात दो टूक स्पष्ट कर दी है. भारत पीस चाहता है, लेकिन अपनी सॉवरेनिटी की रक्षा हमारे लिए सर्वोपरि है.
Mr. Modi asserted that presently all of them stand united with the soldiers defending India's borders and repose full faith in their courage and bravery. He added that through the all-party meeting, he wants to assure the families of the martyrs that the entire country stands with them. Mr. Modi said the entire country is hurt and angry at the steps taken by China at the Line of Actual Control, LAC. He assured the leaders that Indian armed forces are leaving no stone unturned to protect the country.
चीन द्वारा एलएसी पर जो किया गया है, उससे पूरा देश आहत है, आक्रोशित है. मैं आपको भी आश्वस्त कर रहा हूं कि हमारी सेना देश की रक्षा के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ रही है. डिप्लॉयमेंट हो, एक्शन हो, काउंटर एक्शन हो, जल थल नभ में हमारी सेनाओं को देश की रक्षा के लिए जो करना है, वो कर रही है.
The Prime Minister emphasized that the country today has such capability that no one can even dare to look towards its land. He said Indian forces are capable of moving together across sectors. He highlighted that the government has given primacy to development of border area infrastructure to make country's borders more secure. He said the movement of those which used to take place without any disruption earlier is now checked by country's soldiers, which at times leads to build-up of tension.
बीते 5 वर्षों में देश ने अपनी सीमाओं को सुरक्षित करने के लिए बॉर्डर एरिया में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट को प्राथमिकता दी है. नए बने हुए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की वजह से खासकर एलएसी में अब हमारी पेट्रोलिंग की कैपेसिटी भी बढ़ गई है. पेट्रोलिंग बढ़ने की वजह से अब सतर्कता बढ़ी है और एलएसी पर हो रही गतिविधियों के बारे में भी समय पर पता चल रहा है. जिन क्षेत्रों पर पहले बहुत नजर नहीं रहती थी, अब वहां भी हमारे जवान अच्छी तरह से मॉनिटर कर पा रहे हैं, रिस्पॉन्ड भी कर पा रहे हैं.
emphasizing on the commitment of the government towards welfare of the nation and its citizens. Mr. Modi said, be it in trade, connectivity or counter-terrorism, the government has always stood up against outside pressure. On the suggestions received from the various leaders, the Prime Minister said, this will help in formulating the future strategy. In the meeting, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that the nation will never forget the sacrifice of its martyrs. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar gave an overview of agreements between India and China on border management and informed about the directions given by the Prime Minister in 2014 to give highest priority to development of infrastructure in border areas. The leaders of the political parties hailed the bravery displayed by the armed forces in Ladakh. They reposed faith in the leadership of the Prime Minister in this hour of need and expressed commitment to stand united with the government. In the meeting, Congress President Sonia Gandhi said the party and the entire opposition unitedly stand by country's defence forces and are prepared to make any sacrifice to ensure they are battle ready. NCP's Sharad Pawar stressed that issues of whether soldiers carried arms or not are decided by international agreements and the parties need to respect sensitivities involved in such matters. Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee said that her party stands strongly in solidarity with the government.
Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has announced a compensation of 5 crore rupees to the family of martyred Colonel Santosh Babu. The Braveheart made the supreme sacrifice for the nation in the line of duty during a face-off with Chinese troops at Gawan Valley earlier this week. In honor of the martyred soldiers' bravery, the government has decided to offer Group 1 job to the slain military official's wife and a residential plot.
In Jammu and Kashmir, senior police and army officers said that the last 1.5 years have been the most peaceful times in the Union territory. They added that with every successful anti-terrorist operation, security forces are moving on the path of peace. Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police Dilbag Singh said that the mission of the security forces is to stabilize peace in Jammu and Kashmir, and they were continuously working towards attaining that. He was speaking at a joint press conference of Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police and Central Reserve Police Force in Srinagar yesterday. Mr. Dilbag Singh further said that during the last about 5.5 months, over 100 terrorists have been neutralized. He said out of them, over 50 were from the Hizbul Mujahideen, around 20 of them from the Lashkar-e-Taiba, 20 from Jaish-e-Mohammed, and the rest from smaller outfits like Al-Badr, Ansar Ghazwatul Hind. He added that about half a dozen successful operations have been conducted in Jammu region as well, in which around a dozen terrorists have been neutralized. The DGP said that the security forces have been successful only because people of the Union territory were cooperating.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan today to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India. The Prime Minister will launch the campaign through video conference. The massive rural public works scheme will be launched from Telihar village at Beldor block in Khagaria district of Bihar in the presence of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. The scheme will cover 116 districts in 6 states. The campaign aims to provide livelihood opportunities to the returnee migrant workers and rural citizens. The chief ministers of other 5 states and union ministers of concerned ministries will also participate in the virtual launch. The campaign will be operationalized through the common service centers and Krishi Vigyan Kendras in the districts. The scheme is being introduced through the coordinated effort of 12 different ministries and departments, namely Rural Development, Panchayati Raj, Road Transport and Highways, Mines, Drinking Water and Sanitation, Environment, Railways, Petroleum and Natural Gas, New and Renewable Energy, Border Roads, Telecom and Agriculture. We have a report on this.
The campaign of 125 days will be implemented on mission mode. It will involve intensified and focused implementation of 25 different types of works to provide employment to the migrant workers and create infrastructure in the rural regions of the country. The scheme entails a resource envelope of 50,000 crore rupees, a total of 116 districts with more than 25,000 returnee migrant workers across 6 states, namely Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Jharkhand and Odisha, have have been chosen for the campaign, which includes 27 aspirational districts. These districts are estimated to cover about two-thirds of such migrant workers. With Anand Chaturvedi, Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
About 35 lakh migrant workers have returned to Bihar from different parts of the country during the lockdown period. Migrant laborers of the state are enthusiastic over the launch of the ambitious Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan.
मेरा नाम देवनारायण प्रसाद है। नवादा जिला के मरुई ग्राम के वासी हम हैं। प्रधानमंत्री गरीब रोजगार योजना जो चालू हुआ है वो हम जैसे लोगों के लिए बहुत ही कारगर साबित होगा, क्योंकि बाहर में रहने के बाद क्या तकलीफ होती है हम लोग भली भांति जानते हैं। हम लोग नहीं चाहते हैं कि बाहर में काम करें। अगर हमें गांव में, जिले में रोजगार मिल जाता है तो हम लोग यही रोजगार करना चाहेंगे और प्रधानमंत्री जो रोजगार दे रहे हैं उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts neither is anyone inside Indian territory nor any of his posts been captured. Says those who dared to look towards motherland were taught a lesson. Prime Minister says government giving primacy to development of border area infrastructure to make it more secure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan today to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India. BJP's Jyotiraditya Scindia, Congress leader Digvijay Singh and Shibu Soren of JMM among the 19 elected to Rajya Sabha. And Sports Ministry to establish 1,000 district-level Khelo India centres to engage past champions in training. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, दो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर की सफाई ना भूलना, हाथों को धोना मत भूलना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान।
Results of all 8 states that went to polls for Rajya Sabha have been declared. Voting was held for 19 seats spread over 8 states yesterday. Jyotiraditya Scindia of BJP, Congress leader Digvijay Singh and former Jharkhand Chief Minister and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha JMM Chief Shibu Soren were among those elected to 19 Rajya Sabha seats. Of the 19 seats, 4 each were from Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat, 3 each from Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, 2 from Jharkhand and 1 each from Manipur, Mizoram and Meghalaya. The ruling YSR Congress party bagged all the 4 Rajya Sabha seats in Andhra Pradesh. Party candidates Pilli Subhash Chandra Bose, Mopi Devi Venkata Ramana Rao, Ala Ayodhya Rami Reddy and Parimal Natwani were elected to the upper house. In Gujarat, out of the 4 seats, ruling Bharatiya Janata Party bagged 3 while Congress got 1 seat. However, Congress Party's second candidate, Bharat Singh Solanki, lost the election. Counting of votes was delayed in the state following some technical objections raised by the Congress Party. Our correspondent has filed this report.
BJP candidates Abhay Bhardwaj and Ramilaben Bara got 36 votes each, while third BJP candidate Narhari Amin got 35.98 votes. Congress candidate Shakti Singh Goyal also got 36 votes, while losing candidate Bharat Singh Solanki got 31.98 votes. Congress lost 1 seat as 8 Congress MLAs had resigned ahead of this election. During the voting of yesterday, the lone NCP MLA Kandal Jadeja also voted for BJP. 2 MLAs of Bharatiya Tribal Party BTP remained abstain from the voting, which had indirectly helped BJP. Independent MLA Jignesh Memani voted for Congress candidate, but it was not enough. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Rajasthan, ruling Congress party won 2 seats while BJP bagged 1 seat in the polling held for 3 seats. Congress leaders K.C. Venugopal and Neeraj Dangi and BJP's Rajendra Gehlot were elected for Rajya Sabha. In Madhya Pradesh, the BJP won 2 seats while the Congress has bagged 1. Jyotiraditya Scindia and Sumer Singh Solanki from BJP and Digvijay Singh from the Congress have been elected for Rajya Sabha. In Jharkhand, State BJP President Deepak Prakash and JMM Chief Shibu Soren won 2 Rajya Sabha seats. Meghalaya's lone Rajya Sabha seat was bagged by Meghalaya Democratic Alliance MDA candidate Dr. W.R. Kharlukhi, defeating Congress candidate Kennedy Kiriam. The only seat in Mizoram was won by K. Vanlavena of ruling Mizo National Front. The BJP nominee Nabam Rebia was elected unopposed to the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Arunachal Pradesh. In Manipur, BJP candidate and the state's titular king, Laishemba Sanajoaba, won the lone Rajya Sabha seat from the state. He defeated Congress candidate T. Mangibabu. In Karnataka, where elections were to be held for 4 seats, all the candidates have been declared elected unopposed. They are former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge, and BJP leaders Iranna Kadadi and Ashok Gasti.
The central government has said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 patients has reached 53.8% in the country, and a total of 204,711 people affected with coronavirus have been cured so far. During the last 24 hours, 10,386 people have recovered from COVID-19. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 1,63,248. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 13,586 new cases of coronavirus have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 3,80,532. This is the highest number of cases registered in a single day since the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country. In one day, a total of 336 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 12,573. With this, the case fatality rate reached 3.3% in the country. The centre has written to the states to follow the guidelines for effective home isolation. The Health Ministry had issued revised guidelines regarding home isolation on the 10th of last month. The Ministry said, as per the guidelines, very mild and pre-symptomatic COVID-19 patients can opt for home isolation provided the patient has a room to himself or herself and has an adult attendant or caregiver. The Ministry said some instances have been noticed wherein home isolation is allowed in a routine manner in certain states and clauses of the revised guidelines are not being followed in letter and spirit.
A total of 3,137 new confirmed cases of coronavirus have been reported in Delhi during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 53,116. Meanwhile, Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal has ordered that 5-day institutional quarantine be made mandatory for every COVID-19 patient under home quarantine. In its order, Mr. Baijal said that after the 5-day institutional quarantine, asymptomatic COVID-19 patients will be sent for home isolation. It said COVID-19 situation in Delhi is reviewed regularly in the Ministry of Home Affairs, and it was observed that home isolation without physical contact to monitor the patient may be a reason for increase in the spread of coronavirus infection in the national capital. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has announced a slew of measures to stop the spread of coronavirus in the state. Cases of corona infection are rising continuously every passing day. The Chief Minister has asserted that all efforts should be made to make available better health services to the people in this disastrous time of COVID-19. Here's a report from our correspondent.
Presiding over a high-level review meeting, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that in order to maximize the use of all resources, the ambulances of 108 and 102 service and private nursing homes should be pressed into service, and all the ambulances should compulsory have sanitizer, PPE kits, N95 masks and gloves, and their response time to be below 10 minutes. He directed officials to increase the number of COVID beds to 1.5 lakh and also increase the number of level 2 labs in the state by the end of June 2020. The Chief Minister also instructed to create more holding areas in hospitals where the adequate number of stretchers and wheelchairs should be available. He stressed the need of creating awareness about the COVID-19 through proper publicity and use of other communication means, including Doordarshan and Akashwani. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Chhattisgarh, now private hospitals will also be able to provide free treatment to COVID-19 patients. State Health Department has given permission and has also fixed the package for treatment. More from our Raipur correspondent.
Till now, the treatment of COVID-19 patients in Chhattisgarh was being done only in government hospitals. But now, the state government has allowed corona-infected patients to be treated free of cost in private hospitals also. This treatment can be done only in those hospitals which have registered under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana and Chhattisgarh's Dr. Khubchand Baghel Swasthya Sahayata Yojana. The Health Department has allowed treatment for corona infection in only those private hospitals where 50 or more beds are available. Besides, it is mandatory for the private hospitals to have an ICU facility of at least 10% of the total bed capacity. It will also be necessary to have ventilator and oxygen facilities. The Technical Committee of the Health Department will examine the facilities available in private hospitals, and treatment will be allowed only after the recommendation of this committee. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
In Gujarat, the total number of COVID-19 cases detected so far have reached up to 26,198, with 540 new cases reported during the last 24 hours. Quoting the State Health Department, AIR Ahmedabad correspondent reports that 27 patients have lost their lives, taking the total death toll of COVID-19 in the state up to 1,619.
In Maharashtra, the total number of COVID-19 positive patients has reached 1,24,331. 3,827 new patients have been diagnosed positive for corona, and at present 55,651 patients are undergoing treatment. As many as 62,773 patients have recovered till date. The death toll has now risen to 5,893, with 142 more deaths reported in the last 24 hours. State government is increasing facilities for diagnosis and treatment of coronavirus-affected people. Here's a report from our correspondent.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said that the number of COVID-19 testing laboratories in the state has now increased to 100 from 2 in the past. Speaking at the inauguration of RT-PCR lab at Sindhudurga district via video conferencing, Thackeray emphasized on the need of such labs in every district of the state. On the other hand, a 200-bed corona center with state-of-art facilities including oxygen beds started at Dharavi in Mumbai. Meantime, Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope informed that the COVID-19 patient recovery rate in the state is consistent at 50.49%. 1,935 patients were discharged yesterday. Madhvi Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Tamil Nadu, the Chennai police are maintaining a tight vigil to check violation of full lockdown in the city and its suburbs that has come into effect since yesterday. The full lockdown will continue till the end of this month and is aimed at controlling the alarming rise of the COVID-19 virus. Over 2,400 cases have been filed against violators, mostly motorists, on a single day yesterday. Checkposts have been established at all key points in the city, besides deploying drones to monitor vehicular movement. Our correspondent reports 2,150 new coronavirus positive cases in the state have been recorded during the last 24 hours, taking the total infections past the 54,000 mark.
The Chennai Corporation has insisted that, if asked, all educational institutions must hand over their premises to the city's civic body under the district's disaster management plan. The civic body is scouting for more spaces to establish additional COVID-19 care centers to look after the asymptomatic patients. Its Commissioner Prakash told reporters yesterday 799 people slipped away from the corporation's surveillance after turning COVID-19 positive, which may be endangering the general public. He said with the help of the police, most of them have been traced and either hospitalized or put under the COVID-19 care centers based on their present health. He asked the public not to panic if their result is positive, as most patients recover completely and return home with renewed energies. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Nand Kumar, Professor of Psychiatry at the AIIMS, suggested people to stay at home, spend time with family members and practice yoga.
We are going to overcome this crisis within a few weeks. In the coming few weeks, stay at home, spend time with the family, do household work, exercise, listen to music, sing with the family, do yoga, meditation, and take care of emotional need of the family.
Dr. Anvita Agarwal, resident infectious diseases AIIMS, advised people not to be negligent and stay at their homes.
Coronavirus may be invisible, but the number of people affected are very much visible, and the numbers are increasing from day to day. Don't be negligent. Please stay at home.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Participating in AIR live phone-in program on COVID-19 last night, Dr. Naresh Gupta, medical consultant at Maulana Azad Medical College, told AIR News that antigen testing, which has been approved by ICMR, gives faster results and will be helpful for testing in containment areas.
ICMR ने एक नई तकनीक लगाई है एंटीजन टेस्टिंग की, उसमें आपको आधे घंटे में ही रिजल्ट मिल जाता है और वो रिजल्ट वहीं पे मिल जाता है। अभी इसको इसलिए लाया गया कि जिस जगह पे हॉटस्पॉट हैं वहां जाएं और वहीं पे टेस्टिंग करके वहीं रिपोर्ट देके वहीं फैसला कर लें कि इधर क्या करना है, उनको क्वारंटीन करना है, उनको केयर हॉस्पिटल में भेजना है या और ज्यादा सिक हैं।
The world is reaping the benefit of yoga. This invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition will be celebrated tomorrow as International Day of Yoga. Our Bengaluru correspondent has spoken to a scientist from the Indian Institute of Science on how yoga has helped people to cope up with the pandemic. Here's a report.
We all know that yoga embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. S.N. Onkar, a senior scientist in Indian Institute of Science, said that yoga helps improve immunity in our body and mind to resist viral infections.
Yoga offers the best solution to keep our immune system very healthy. One is called Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, alternate nostril breathing techniques that will stimulate and help your endocrine glands to be in balance because they stimulate the chakras or important energy centers in our body. The immune system will work optimally and it will encounter any of these invading bacteria or viruses successfully.
Mr. Onkar says that by changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness, one can discover the sense of oneness with ourselves. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
The government has decided to establish 1,000 Khelo India centres, KIC, at the district level across the country. These centres will either be run by a past champion or have them as coaches. The move is to tap into the expertise of past sporting champions for grassroots level training of athletes and also to ensure a sustained source of income for them in the sports ecosystem.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi will witness a minimum temperature of 23, maximum 42 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will witness generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. On to the north, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 28 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while the maximum will be around 42 degrees Celsius. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 15 and 33 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. In Muzaffarabad, the sky will be partly cloudy. And now, an overview of today's newspapers. No intrusion in our territory. Army has free hand, says PM, writes Hindustan Times. The Business Standard says that in efforts to keep China at bay, Niti Aayog recommends indigenous 4G for BSNL. The Tribune reports how industrialists in Karnal are wooing migrants with air tickets and higher wages due to labour shortage in Unlock 1.0. Centre panel wants Delhi private hospital rates cut by 2/3, says the Indian Express. Now institutional quarantine must for Delhi cases. Each COVID-19 patient in home quarantine has to spend 5 days at facility, orders LG, says The Hindu. And finally, an extraordinary life. A biography of Manohar Parrikar would hit stores in July as a zero-to-hero story. That's a report in The Pioneer about the popular former Chief Minister of Goa, who is no more.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asserts neither is anyone inside Indian territory nor any of its posts been captured. Says those who dared to look towards motherland were taught a lesson. Prime Minister says government giving primacy to development of border area infrastructure to make it more secure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan today to boost livelihood opportunities in rural India. BJP's Jyotiraditya Scindia, Congress leader Digvijay Singh and Shibu Soren of JMM among the 19 elected to Rajya Sabha. And Sports Ministry to establish 1,000 district-level Khelo India centres to engage past champions in training. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.